It is day 5. We're peeking out from the 5 golden rings emblem door of Jodie Foster's life-sized advent calendar house. It's the Ditch Diggers with Mur and Matt. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Mer. I'm wondering what she's going to do when she runs out of the 12 Days of Christmas theme because, you need 30 rooms in the Advent house.
No, only 25. Sometimes
Oh,
24.
oh, 25. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I apologize. Well, still, it's
Yeah.
more than 12.
That is more than 12, yes.
I don't have a calculator on me or anything, but
You need a calculator to tell you whether 25 is more than 12.
some days I do, Mer. I'm not ashamed to admit that,
All right.
But yes, it is day 5 of the Advent. We're answering your questions all month long. Not your questions, Mer. I'm speaking to the audience now.
I
Although
got you.
if you have a question, I'll do the best I can.
Oh, thanks, man.
I just naturally assume you know more than me about everything. But yeah, that's what we're doing, and it's day 5, and we're trying to be consistent because that's important, and we're trying to be festive because that's also important.
Yes, festive.
Festive as fuck.
Yep, I gotta find my Santa hat.
I need to find my Santa hat,
Maybe they're
and
off
then we'll both
together.
be wearing Santa. Maybe
Yeah.
they are. Or they absconded. They obtained sentience and absconded together,
Mm-hmm.
and that'll be a kid's book you write about the adventures of our runaway Santa hats.
Excellent. All right, we have a question from. We're already up to April. Question
Oh,
from
this, yeah.
April.
We
Yes,
should
of this
qualify
year.
that by saying we're taking questions from earlier in the year that we didn't answer until now. If you
We haven't
missed
done a
that part,
feedback show in a long time, so we're just
this year,
taking one show a day through Advent, making a
this
bug
year
a
went.
feature.
We are. This year went really fast. It's like it was New Year's, and then we won a Hugo, and now here we are at the end of the year.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay,
Anyway,
this is from Shoshana, and she writes, I've heard lots of writers and agents recommend beta readers for the first draft. Matt has mentioned his wife and his agent. But what, if that's a beta reader, what is an alpha reader? And I'm not really sure those exist. Do they
I'm
exist? Do they
always.
exist for you?
They don't exist for me. I know that's a thing with other people. I think you're getting really hung up on semantics at that point. It's really they're just ways of saying people you trust to read your shit at early stages. You
Well,
know.
sure, but beta implies this is the second round of reads.
Right, I hear you, but I mean that can mean like you read it first and now you're giving it to somebody else. Like you can qualify that any way you want to.
Sure.
I don't know. I know some people take that very seriously, and I'm sure there are people that would explain that there absolutely is a difference between alpha and beta readers, and it's a very important difference, and I will now explain that difference. I'm not one of those people. I don't give a shit about that. I'm sorry. I just don't like. You know, either you want to let people read your stuff, when you feel like it's still really raw, or you don't.
I think for if you were looking for someone to read it on an alpha level, you would have to have nearly telepathic connection to them to make them know exactly what you want them to comment on.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I thought I was really happy with like a mood I created in a scene, and I sent it to a friend, and she wrote back, I don't think you should use passive voice in that first sentence. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, you're probably right, but fuck you, come on! That's not what I wanted! And it's not what I was looking for, and you would have to be very, very specific with what you were looking for if you wanted someone to read your stuff on a very rough level.
Yeah, we just, I feel like we get hung up on the minutia and the vocabulary and the vernacular and the
Yeah.
process of all this stuff when there really is no set anything for it.
I think
My advice would just be don't worry about any of this shit. Decide when you want people to read what you're working on, what you want from them when they read it, and then pick the people you think will provide that for you. And don't worry about
Rosa.
whether they're fucking alpha or
Rosa.
beta reader. Doesn't make any difference. That's just my take. I'm
Yeah.
not the authority. Yeah.
I think it comes it makes me I'm not entirely sure. I'm actually speculating here. But I think it comes from the computer gaming world where
Yeah.
people
Beta
they do
testers.
beta
Yeah.
tests with usually a lot of times they'll do it with the fans And and everyone gets excited until they understand what beta testing means, which is playing an incomplete game, and you have to do bug reports, which is not fun. I still don't understand why people get excited that they were accepted into a beta test. I'm like, ooh, free labor, good job. Get to play a broken game, hooray!
But even then, they'll release. I'm not sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but they'll release a beta version of a game for fans to play. That.
Well, yeah, but the fans are the beta readers in this case. But what I was going to say was, computer games they also have an alpha stage, and that is not tested outside the company, in at least my experience. So they will reach an alpha stage, but it's only for interior. It's only reaching certain milestones that they feel they can test within the company, and then the beta test is another set of milestones that they're comfortable sending out to people.
Right.
So that's that doesn't quite equate to the writer life because, well, you don't really have an internal and an external team except for you and everybody else. So I guess you're right in that the alpha read is yours.
I mean, that's the way I see it. But, maybe we just don't. Maybe we're just ignorant. I have no idea. But
okay. That's cool.
There's only so much you can do with this. Like I said, there's only so much you can do with this process. It's like either people are reading it at a certain stage or whatever. It just doesn't matter. But that's my advice. Like, just decide when you want someone to read it, what you want from them, and pick people you trust to provide those things. And don't worry about what you fucking call them. It doesn't matter. Happy holidays!
Happy holidays! Yay! That's great. That was a good question, though. I mean, I still think, yeah, you get caught up in the semantics, but if you don't know the answer, then you don't know that there really isn't an answer.
No, it's a question worth asking. Again, I reiterate, I'm sure you will find people that believe in these things and the difference between them and think they're very important to the process, but at the end of the day, it's a question worth asking because it's, for like you said, for no other reason to find out that there is no meaningful answer.
It's like Santa. Do you believe in Santa or don't you believe in Santa? If you believe in alpha readers, then they will leave little critiques under your Christmas tree.
For the record, it's nothing like Santa at all. That's a terrible analogy.
Right. Come on.
You were trying so hard to make that work.
I really was.
But at the same time, it's like, no, that's not, no. And frankly, you're better than that, Mer.
I made a Santa reference on a holiday podcast, and you're still putting it down.
Well, it wasn't an accurate reference. The references still have to be, appropriate and accurate.
All right, fine.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to shut you down. I just,
Okay.
I believe in Santa Claus. When I had my beard, children would mistake me for Santa Claus.
Well, why'd you get rid of your beard?
Because, it's just, it's not good to have strange children running up to you and grabbing onto you in this climate. It's not a good thing. Plus, I don't want to be a young, sexy Santa Claus. I just don't.
I think when children run up to you to hug you, it's a lot different than you running up to children and hugging them.
I mean, I agree. I'm just, either way. And plus, like, other people's kids annoy me. I like your kids. But,
yes.
Or your kid. You don't have multiple kids.
No.
Unless you count the dogs.
No, I'm not that kind of person.
Nor should you be. But, yeah. So, anyway, that's where we stand. That's where the Ditch Diggers stand on alpha and beta readers.
Yes, and it is December 5th, and we're going to see you again tomorrow with more questions. I'm Mur. You can find me at murverse.com and Mighty Mur on Twitter.
Hey, Matt. See, I got the cue that time.
Yeah, nice.
And then I acknowledged the cue and ruined it. I'm Matt F. and Wallace on Twitter, and I'm Angry Writer on YouTube, and go support the Ditch Diggers. Go support Mur's Patreon, which goes to Ditch Diggers.
Yes.
Happy holidays.
The Patreon is patreon.com/MightyMur, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, stay.